Your first task for this course is to send your instructor a text message. That means you need a device, whether it is your own cell phone or your parent's cell phone, or you can get a Google Hangouts account which provides you a number and texting privileges. Please make sure if you are using someone else's telephone that you understand that anything saved in that phone may technically be deleted if you do not communicate with the person who owns the device. Though texting is a fantastic way to stay in touch with each other as well as your instructors, there are a few things that we need to discuss before jumping into the task, and that one is text etiquette. Here are the 7 top tips for text etiquette. And etiquette just means the appropriate, polite, courteous way to communicate via text message. 1. Make sure when you are selecting the teacher contact information from your Genius account that you are texting the correct instructor. Yes, you will text each instructor within each of your courses. However, make sure that the number you are texting matches the name of the person that you are sending the text message to. Make sure you are courteous. Stop texting if you're engaged in other conversation because it can actually cause some difficulty maintaining that train of thought within the message itself. No time zones. If you are traveling during the semester, specifically the summer semester, across the country or even internationally, that most of your teachers are also on summer vacation or during the regular school year, they may be in different parts of the country participating in professional development. That means that they may be a few hours ahead or behind your time zone. Text responsibly. Please make sure that you avoid texting bad news or anything with major or heavy attachments, as it can be a little bit difficult for your instructors or even for yourself to see what you're sending. Make sure that you are sending things that are appropriate within a text message. If it's something private, it might be better sent through an email. For your first task, make sure you introduce yourself, and you'll see in the instructions, the expectation is that you provide your first and last name. If you have an appropriate nickname, please go ahead and share that as well as the course that you are enrolled in for that specific instructor. Once your teacher receives your text, they will save your information as a contact, and then any future correspondence will not necessarily require you to introduce yourself. If you do contact that teacher from a different device, please make sure you introduce yourself again. Make sure before you send your message that you scan it, looking for misspelled words, missing words, or incorrect punctuation, as many of these issues can cause misunderstandings. Make sure you are professional. I don't think that one needs any major explanation, except that you should refrain from using text language unless you have that personal communication agreement with your instructor. Some instructors like to remain very formal within their text messages. Others may turn a little informal, using things like LOL for laugh out loud, sending emojis, things like that. But until you know your instructor's preference, please refrain from using informal language. And additionally, the very last most important piece is have patience. Your teacher is one person. They have other responsibilities, including other students. Typically, you can receive a response within a 3-hour time window between the hours of 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Though teachers may work earlier or later during that time frame, please do not expect to receive an immediate response at any time. All of your teachers during the traditional semesters may be visiting schools. They may be in meetings focused on improving their courses. They might be working on essay assignments, something that you might be texting them, asking them about. They might be in professional development in a different part of the country. They might be in the middle of a work session with a student at another school. So please understand that though you may receive immediate feedback the majority of the time, there might be instances where you do not. If you text anytime after 5 p.m. or email, call after 5 p.m., you may not hear from that instructor until the following business day. Teachers, just like you, are off on weekends. Though you may receive some correspondence if a teacher chooses to work on your assignments or on your emails during that time, you most likely will not receive a response until the very next business day. Again, this activity is a great way to introduce yourself to your instructor and to get familiar with the proper way of communicating with your teachers via text.